In today's Facebook Live, I'm going to talk about karmic relationships. And let me first just tell you that in everything that I share, I'm not sharing something that I read in a book or, I'm not sharing knowledge from the book, but I'm really sharing the messages that I have received from Spirit and the messages that I have received from my own experiences. So I just wanted to be clear about that before we start. And another thing as well, yes, of course, that doesn't mean that I don't read books or anything like that. And of course, if I read something or if I read a book, that triggers also the knowledge inside. And of course, with everything that I'm reading, I'm always getting messages, okay, that resonates, that doesn't resonate, and then I'm getting like whole downloads about that. So yeah, before we start, I wanted to be just clear that I'm not talking about definition of karmic relationships or anything like that. And let me first ask you what karmic relationship is for you. Of course, if you want to share it, because in this Facebook Live, I'm going to share the programming behind it. Of course, I'm going to talk also about karma, etc., etc. So I really appreciate your feedback and comments. So if you want to share with me what karmic relationship is for you, please don't hesitate, and we can then discuss more about those things. And of course, if you maybe had a certain experience with this, this is always what is welcome here, because like I said, I'm going to share my own knowledge and my own experiences, because this is how I think we can help each other the most. So let's start. I'm doing it in an old-fashioned way. I don't have a presentation like I normally have with you, but it's okay. My computer is actually doesn't work right now, so I'm waiting for it to be repaired. So let's go deeper. First, I want to talk about karma, and we all have heard that this is law about cause and effect. And of course, what we are putting out, we are then also attracting into our life. So, but what I want to talk about here is that the whole karma is based on relationships. This is how we learn the most, through relationships, okay? And this is how we are affected the most, which is then connected also with our sexual energy. We are sexual energy. We were made by female and male coming together. So I really want to talk about this more clearly. I know that maybe you never heard about this perspective, but this is what I'm guided here to share by my guides. So it is based on relationships, and what we are healing through everything that happens, and we are calling that it's karmic. It's actually our wounds, okay? And we are balancing everything from the past with that. It can be from the past in this lifetime, or from the past lifetimes. So I want us to change this perspective and just see that we are just like mirrors for one another. We are just showing each other what is already inside of us. And if we attract that experiences in our life, what is to ask ourselves, what is this experience, this mirror, this person showing to us? Okay, so I really want us to change this perspective and not seeing karma as something bad. It is just actually every person, every mirror is just showing us different perspectives, and that's a good thing, okay? It's not about better and worse, it's just about different. So everything I want to share here as well that we create our reality with our own experiences, and then through that the beliefs that we have created from that. And that's why it's so hard for us to break a pattern, okay? Because like we really have to become aware of what we have created for ourselves, and we have to see the experience, the thing that happened in the past, in order for us to rewrite it. Okay, so that's why we are having those experiences, and I'm gonna go deeper into what karmic relationship is for me, but I want to go through the basis first. And of course, when we are talking about karma, we are talking about family karma and the personal karma, our soul that we brought here as a soul. So family karma is connected with our family, it's connected with family patterns, ancestral patterns, and it's affecting us 7 generations back, and it's connected with our genetic signature. Okay, and then we have the soul, the personal karma that we bring here, which, let me just tell you, like, I went through so many different lifetimes and really looked into so many different aspects for myself. And I can tell you that the past lifetimes that I have seen are really aligned with the patterns that I have in my family. So we always, and we have heard that so many times, we always choose our family for a reason. Okay, so what is then triggered for us in these relationships are those memories, pain, okay, and this is what is coming up. So before we go deeper, I want to talk also about our base, okay, and this is where we build our foundation for our whole life, and this is our family, okay, and that's why it affects us if we had approval, acceptance in our family, if we were seen, if we were heard, if we were understood, or if we were judged and not accepted on the other side. So what is really important that what I want to share here, and it's connected with the programming about karma and about suffering, that I had a special I had made a special video for that in my Facebook group, and you can always join me there, Tjasa Marin group, and you can also watch that, which was the Facebook live about wounds and fears. I think that was I think that's the name of it. But anyway, let me just go into this. On one hand, we have unacceptance, we have drama, we have trauma, we have us being a victim, and it's connected with our wounds. And with that, I was also, because we are also talking about genetics, and we are also talking about our bodies, of course. With that, I was also guided to mention the fight and flight mode, which comes from those experiences, from our traumatic experiences, from our wounds, and how much we are then also losing energy with that, because we feel like we are a victim, we feel like we don't have a choice, we feel like we don't have a power to change those experiences, etc., etc. And with how we have built our reality, with the beliefs that we have, this is also connected with our nervous system. Okay, and this is really also important, because when we are changing reality, when we are changing our life, is also we are changing our reaction to the things that are, and perception to the things that are happening for us. Okay, so on one hand, like I said, we have unacceptance, drama, trauma, fight or flight mode, and we are losing energy with that kind of reaction to things that are happening for us, not to us. And on the other hand, like, we can change that by accepting everything that is happening for us, ourselves as we are, and accepting the fact that we are learning with experiences, with time, and learning how to see things from higher perspective, being neutral, being a witness, being aware, present, and grounded. Okay, so I was really guided to stress this here. And for those of you that just joined me here, I just want to say that I'm sharing my own messages and my own experiences here, and then I'm not sharing something from books or anything like that. So what I want to stress here as well is for you to change this perspective and do the best that you can with the circumstances and in the situation that you are, okay? And not that you are losing energy instead of, putting that energy into solve whatever is happening for you. So with trauma and drama, I also want to mention here, and this is really connected with karma as well, because like I said, karma is based on the relationship, is based on our wounds, balancing everything from the past. It's also important for me to stress here how important it is to have a support we need in the challenging times in our life, to be surrounded by supportive people, okay, that they are not judging us and our experiences, our reactions, that they really see us, hear us, understand us. So it is important to be supported and not judged. And this trauma happens actually because we can see the reaction of somebody else as well, and because our boundaries and what happened were really crossed, and we were really stressed. So in these times of conflict and crisis, it's also important, if we don't have the support that we need, that we search for it, that we ask for help, okay? Because no matter if we try to just pretend that things didn't happen, or just like push it away, this will stay there, and it's affecting you in this moment, here and now. And this is what is stopping you to create the life that you want for yourself. So let us create relationships that are not based on drama, trauma, and wounds, on unacceptance, on gossip, on projections, on like guilt. And what I mean with that, always trying to find who is right, wrong, guilty. It's like karma is everything about polarity as well. So what is good, what is right, what is, really trying to find who is guilty, and all of those things, okay? And being a judge of situation, but actually it is not about you being judge, okay? Everything will go back into balance, and everything is going back into balance into this universe. And that's why if we hold those experiences inside of us, we are then also attract those people, situations in our lives, and not because we are cursed or something like that, but because this wants to be balanced. Everything is in this universe is based on coming back to balance and healing, and that's why it's really important that we change those perspectives. So those bases I think were really important before we go deeper in this topic. So what we received in our families. I'm gonna also read some of the things that I prepared here. What we received in our families, we are then didn't receive in our families. We are then searching for in our friends, in our partners, in our communities, and instead of searching that inside of us. Okay, so it's about finding and healing that in ourselves. And when we will do that, we will then also attract those kind of relationships more healthier in our lives. But of course, the thing, we were wounded in relationships. Okay, we were wounded in our family or in our past lifetimes. And first, we're gonna create this base inside of us. But it's also important we can gain this trust back in ourselves. But it's also important to create this trust back in relationships. Okay, in other people, in the divine. Also, like it's about relationship to nature, to everything around us. So yeah, what I wanted to share here as well is also in those experiences when we are really challenged, when somebody comes into our life and opens up something from our past, okay, something that really hurt our feelings. It's important, if we are deciding to give this chance back to ourselves and to other people, to surrender into not knowing, that we will not know if, like it's about taking a risk. Because we never know what this situation, what this relationship, what this person is going to bring into our life. It's actually about trusting again into this great mystery, into the divine, because whatever is happening for us is happening for us for a reason, like I said. And even we are coming from this victim, saying like, why is this happening to me, what is wrong with me, etc., etc. But it's actually really not about that. It's about our soul's growth. Okay, so yeah, it's about trusting again. And bad experiences, because of that we want to control things, and yeah, everything is coming back to the trust. And what I want to share here and really stress here as well is not about having this blind trust, and I'm gonna go deeper with that. I was guided also to go deeper into that. And I'm gonna go through a different, also an archetype of rescuer, because like if we had all those experiences in the past that really hurt our feelings, are we trying to rescue somebody else, which mean or being rescued by somebody else? Because always when we are playing this role is also telling us something about ourselves. So when we are wanting to be rescued by somebody else, it's also we want to give power to that somebody else. Okay, and do we want to be taken care from and by somebody else? And again, this comes back to our family. Do we want to be seen by somebody else? But again, first we have to see ourselves and honor ourselves, who we are, our energy, what we are bringing into this world. With traumatic experiences from our childhood, what this also brings is that we grow up quickly. Okay, we are not a child anymore because of this trauma that we experienced. So another aspect that I am really strongly guided to stress here is how many people are having their kids or a relationship they have with other, I don't know, friends, and mostly partners as a project through which they want to get everything that they didn't have in the past, okay, or give their kids what they didn't have in the past. And of course, that is a good thing, but maybe your kids need something else that you needed, okay? So it's not just about your perspective, and that's why it's so important that we are communicating, that we are sharing, okay? So it's about not about searching in other people what you already have inside. So what is karmic relationship for me? How I see it is a relationship that impacts you in any kind of way, okay, that really has a huge impact on you and really change you, okay, change your perspective, your way of doing things, life, way of living this life. So it's really something that impacted you. And what is karmic relationship actually showing you is the conflict that is inside. What I mean about conflict, okay, because like we have these conflicts in relationships because we want to get approval, because we want to be accepted, and then we are adjusting ourselves and we are presenting ourselves for something that we actually are not, and then we are disappointed that people are not accepting us the way we are. So in order for them to accept us the way we are, it's also important that we show our true colors from the beginning, okay? So not that we are presenting ourselves first for something that we are not, and then slowly opening up our doors. And of course, don't get me wrong, it's a process. It's a process, like it's also relationship. It's about growth. You are growing together, growing in trust, understanding, etc., etc. So it's not, like I said before, about blindly trust in somebody. And why we do that? Because we are craving so much for this contact, for this love, for this approval. And we mostly do this, we mostly blindly trust in somebody when they give us something that we didn't have in the past. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it's a bad connection, it looks like it. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but anyway, yeah, what is this relationship showing us is the conflict that is inside. And why we create this conflict, it is because there is a certain story that we have created about ourselves, who we are, and it's based on our family, it's based on society, on all these expectations, rules that we have, limitations that we have created for ourselves. And then it's another part of us, like, and something that we really and truly want, and we are maybe afraid to express that, or afraid to just be and do what do. Yeah, so this conflict that we have with ourselves, is within ourselves, is also really connected with the conflict that we have with other people. I'm sorry for the bad connection. Maybe I put the Wi-Fi off. Okay, yeah, maybe it's gonna be better like this. Okay, so yeah, it's these relationships are actually showing us the separation, the lost parts of ourselves. So it's actually nothing bad, because it's about regaining back these lost parts of ourselves, and yeah, be whole again, and being aware of everything that we are more in depth, going deeper and deeper. And it's actually those relationships ships force us in a way to clear our inner waters, all these memories, all these beliefs. Like I said, they change our perspectives. Also force us like to clear those emotions, and not just force us, but are giving us this opportunity, okay, to really heal that, because we always have a choice. We can go downward spiral or upward spiral, and we can just like put more and more to like reasons why we believe in something, because the past is repeating for us, or we can see what this person is showing us and how we can break free from that. So like I said, it's about integration of lost parts of our souls, reconnecting back with our knowledge, wisdom, and gaining back our power that we have lost in the past, in this lifetime and past lifetimes. Okay, they are triggering things from the past, these people that have this kind of impact on us. So, and are also showing us the parts of ourselves that we have been rejecting and denying because of experiences that we had, okay, because we were not accepted. So, let me just see. Yeah, it's really about rewiring also our brains. Yeah, and what I was really also guided to mention here is for you to be aware of the moments where your immediate response is no and rejection and defense, and to see all the stories that you have created behind it, all the beliefs or all the walls, defensive mechanisms, to see all these trusts that you have about this. And this is what is keeping you in this same loop, okay? This is why you feel trapped, imprisoned in a way, okay? Like that there is no way out. So to really observe the situations when you go immediately into your mind, okay, and not allowing yourself to see, to feel what happened in the past. It's about traumatic experiences, of course. And first go into the feelings that this person, this mirror that entered into your life, triggered, and then through those feelings getting more knowledge and wisdom about this situation, and through those feelings go then to knowing, okay, knowing what actually happened, seeing what we actually feel in our body, and not what we believe, what we feel. So it's about feeling in order that we can heal, and not about believing and about stories that our mind is having with that. So karmic relationships are actually showing you who you actually are, okay? And also it is becoming more clear for you what you actually want. These relationships are many times showing you also what you don't want, okay? And those experiences are also showing you what and who you are as a soul. It's actually about relationships that are unlocking all these gifts and wisdom. It's actually always about the gift that is behind, waiting for you. And of course, first we have to also face our fears, our emotions, go through the healing process, grow through that experiences, and have different relationship to those experiences, and then we are ready to receive those blessings and gifts as well. So what I was also guided here to share is that in those relationships we can have like this immediate attraction, and this magnetism, but this magnetism comes more from wounds and not from love and acceptance, and what I was sharing in the beginning of this video. So it's not, and it's also a lot about power and superiority and inferiority. It can be also a lot about rewriting ancestral patterns and going back to your own roots, to your soul roots, who you are as a soul. Really freeing yourself from your past. And another thing is your environment. What is your normal? Okay, what is and where you have grown up, and is this that is normal for you actually what you want? What do you want to change here? Okay, like going out of this ordinary. Okay, and also I was guided here to stress that you don't have to be ordinary to be accepted. And yeah, we are all product of our environment, and this is what is shaping us, but it's not about the past and giving all the power to our past and believing that the past ruined us, but really gaining all the knowledge and wisdom from those experiences, letting go of all these emotions and feelings that are still inside of us, and really with this knowledge and wisdom creating what we want for ourselves. When that happens, when somebody's broke your heart, this is for you an opportunity for the light to enter, of course, and also the opportunity for you to break open, to go into vulnerability, to ask for help, like I said, if you need it, and also for your own breakthrough. Okay, so it's not about breakdown, but it's about breaking through. So like I said, in my group you also have a video that I went into the depth about changing the perspective to the pain and being broken and suffering. So you can always also become a member of my group and watch those videos that I created in the past. And yeah, another thing that it's connected with the past experiences and with karma is all those moments that things are not adding up, that we feel that we cannot connect the dots, all those moments that we unground ourselves, okay, and that we have troubles with surrendering, with trusting, okay. So it's really important for us, like why we are not trusting, what is happening for us, like really going back into our bodies and see what is happening there, and see if like what is going on in our minds, okay, like all these stories that our mind could be having in order to protect us, all these projections that we could be having about other people because of what is opening, the pain that is opening inside of us. They are only the ones that are opening it for us with their presence, and then trying to project our energy there and having focus on them instead of having focus on ourselves and what is happening inside. So everything is actually about, of course, what you had, I'm sure, heard many times, that it's about finding love and going deeper into love and finding home inside of you, like bringing everything that you want in your life and finding it first in yourself and then attracting it into your life and also creating what you want. So let me just check through my notes if I forget about something. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comments, and I'm happy also to answer them. Um, yeah, another thing was about finding a guru or an idol for us, and how this is also connected with us trying to be special, or finding that special person that is going to rescue us from what we are experiencing. So it's about being special, finding special person, and also putting somebody on the pedestal and giving them the power, like they can do something instead of us, but of course we can do it ourselves, not somebody else. And it's about this superiority and inferiority then. And that's never that's never a good good thing. You always get lessons with that, okay, because it's about you being creator and creating what you want. So yeah, what else, let me see. Oh, yeah, through the relationships, what I wanted to stress as well, finding common ground, not like just conflicts and like just projections, and finding what is wrong with you or wrong with them. Second guessing everything, having all these doubts, can I trust them or not trust them, like all these misunderstandings, because we are hurt and we don't want even truly listen what somebody else is trying to say, because like I mentioned before, it's about the environment that we grew up in, and yeah, that shaped us, and that's why we have the opinions and beliefs that we have. And it's always a good thing also to listen to somebody else and their experiences and why they have the opinion that they have. So with that, it's then easier to find common ground, okay, with this compassion, understanding, and knowing that we are all wounded, and finding this innocence in one another. So I just don't want to forget about something. I mentioned that it's about everything, about polarity. Yeah, let us attract each other through love, respect, and all those beautiful things, and not from wounds and pain and suffering, and with these negative thoughts and mind creating even more of that. And of course, we all had bad experiences in the past, and having this courage to trust again, to open your heart again, to open your mind again. Okay, I have one question. So, if a person does not have any relationship, any interaction with the opposite gender, does this automatically mean that the person has no karmic issue to solve with the subject of relationship? Okay, it depends on what kind of attraction you are talking about, because yeah, mostly what I would say is a totally different relationship that is based on love, and that we are not coming from our wounds, and that there is respect and honesty, and I believe that there can be this also attraction. This is my own opinion, and but that attraction, what I believe, is different, because we are also physical beings, and of course it's also about sexual energy and attracting each other. So that's why I first said what kind of attraction are we talking about. But I am actually, what I try to say here and point out here is, every time that we meet somebody and we are blindly in love, and see this person as perfect, and we have heard so many things about soulmates and about twin flames and all of that. So yeah, with sharing my own experience, I had a boyfriend that I really connected on a spiritual level, and it was a really healing relationship for me, because he have seen the spiritual aspect of me that nobody else have seen before. But it was also a karmic relationship, because I have seen so many different past lifetimes with him. So I think that every relationship is specific, and it really depends on a background and everything that happened. And I think that where the earth is, we are going through this karma one way or another. And my purpose here with this video was to change perspectives about these relationships, and seeing it as a relationship that has an impact on us, that is changing us, that is giving us an opportunity to grow, to reconnect back with the parts of ourselves that we have separated from for many different reasons. Of course, from traumatic experiences, from something that hurt us in the past. So, of course, it's really about the healing process, and about understanding and believing what karma and karmic relationships are. And when we will have more compassion and understanding to all that, and see also our ancestors and everything, the path that they walk through, and because of that we can go even further, and we have this opportunity on earth to really go over all that, to really unwind and really create different kind of relationships. And this is also why I chose to talk about this in this Facebook Live, is because the drawing that we have in the calendar for this month, it's about birthing new relationships. And it's about also the souls, the old souls, the star seeds, to remember the knowledge from other planets, and what they remember also from the Atlantis age, and really bringing back the knowledge that it's based on love and not on fear. So yeah, this is the purpose why I chose to spoke about this. And another thing is because I'm offering a free meditation about karmic relationships, that it's actually supporting reprogramming our mind about it. And it's available in Slovenian and English. And of course, by getting the meditation, I also include you in my mailing list, and I am then also telling you about everything new that I'm offering. So if there are any other questions that you want to put out here, or opinions, I always like to hear about them. Yeah, I would love to wait if there is something else. And yeah, like this question, what is coming through here as well is, are we searching for that attraction, and that like something that we were missing, or are we, because the really strong message that I received from my guides was that the relationship is also a choice. When you really build a foundation for yourself, the relationship is a choice with somebody else, is a choice, because you are choosing to share your life with that person, and also to create with that person. So it's a totally different relationship to create from your own center, or always losing yourself in somebody else, okay, because of what they are triggering in you, or what they're giving you that you didn't have in the past. And like, there is so many reasons for that. So for us to change this perspective, that actually we are really big mirrors for one another in relationships, and helping each other to go through this healing, having this understanding and compassion. With that, it is going to help us to create different relationships. So thank you, Sasha, for this question, and thank you everyone for joining me. That's it, what I wanted to share for today. And yeah, in the future I'm gonna have more Facebook Lives also on my Facebook page, not only in my group. So thank you. See you again soon. Bye.